Not the one of those kids that knew exactly what they wanted to do when they were growing up. In the last 15 years of my career, I have been an English teacher, author, video game creator, and now a toilet paper salesman selling millions of rolls of toilet paper a year. The way we work, life is about finding the intersection of what you really love with what you're really good at. As simple as it sounds, it's really not that easy to find. After a brief stint as an English teacher, I went to a law school and ended up becoming an attorney at a big law firm here in New York City. Like most of the Americans, for the next 2 3 years, I was holding on to my jobs for dear life, working really late hours at a job then I thought maybe I was good at, but certainly not one that I really loved. I then come up the epiphany that it takes years, if not tens of thousands of hours, to get really good at something I really didn't have a lot of time to waste. This talk isn't for those looking to quit this job because they don't like their boss or they had a long day at work. This is for those that are ready to make the completely scary leap into a brand new career. So, as you think about what making a career change, here are a few tips I hope you consider, and a few things I have picked up along the way. Firstly, there are three things to think about before you are ready to move on. Number one, professional life is about learning. If you are not even interested in learning anymore, that's a huge red flag. That there might not be a future for you in that industry now. Number two, career change are often gut driven. If you're constantly having sleepless nights where you are wide awake staring at the ceiling thinking, oh man, I can't live with myself if I never try to make this change or if I don't even actually investigate it, then trust your guts. It might be time for your career change. On the flip side, one reason to not move on is short term pain. If you don't like your boss or people at the office are granting on you, that's actually not a good reason to absolutely change your career, because when you do change your career you generally have to start from the bottom and you will probably feel a lot of short term pain, whether it's through a lack of salary or lack of title. Pain at any job is inevitable. So now you're conceived that it's time to change your career, then there is three things to do immediately. First, network. No one ever builds a career without a good mentor or a good support network. What I mean by networking is getting all the great advice that you can possibly get. Technology had made it so simple to reach out to new people to say, hey, I'm thinking about making a career change. Do you have just 5 minutes to chat with me? That passion and that hunger and the ability to be a sponge really attract as a mentor and people willing to give you their time to give you some good advice. So go out there and meet new people. The second thing you need to do immediately, shore up your finance. The reality is when you change your career you will either start with a job with a lower title or lower pay, or maybe even no pay, especially if you are starting your own business. So, going out there and making sure your finances are in order to make the transaction less painful is really important for me personally. As I made the transaction for being an attorney over to a video game creator, I wanted to have at least 6 to 12 months of personal runaway in the bank. 6 to 12 months might not be right number for you, but be honest with yourself on what your number should be. Number three, if you are not ready to make the full jump right at the moment, then get your side hustle on. Side hustle could be anything from volunteering with an organization that's in the new industry you wanted to go into. Could be starting your business part time on the weekends. It's free way to get a taste to see if you really love something, so you're ready to make the move, or maybe you already made the move. Here are the three things you should think about doing right now. One, do not, I repeat, do not burn bridges. You spend years building those bridges. Why burn them now? The world is such a small place, especially with all those online platforms, that believes me, you will see these people again and probably in the most inopportunity time. Number two, take stock of what you have learned in your previous career or careers. Most likely, a lot of those things are really applicable to new jobs and your new career, whether it's interesting with people, playing on team, or dealing with jerks or and assholes. All those things are really universally applicable. You will find jerks no matter what industry you are in. No one immune to it. Everybody got it to figure it out, and you probably know how to do it already. Lastly, when you start your own job, you will going to be nervous, but don't worry, take a deep breath, because this is what I want to tell you. You are a part of new team now, and everyone around you is rooting for your success, because your success is their success. So welcome to your new career.